The energy system starts with the ATP PCR system. It requires no food breakdown needed, and it lasts about 5 to 8 seconds, and it's an all-out effort, and it is found in the sarcoplasm, and it's also anaerobic. The PCR is going to be broken into a phosphate and creatine. The creatine gets utilized, and it's broken down with an enzyme called creatine kinase, and then the ATP is going to explode into an ADP and a phosphate. The phosphate gets moved to the cytoplasm, and then the phosphate and the ADP from the PCR and the ADP from the ATP create one ATP. And then we have the glycolysis. So glycolysis happens in the sarcoplasm. It lasts about 2 minutes, and it's also still very high intensity, fast paced. So the glucose is a 6-carbon molecule that is broken down through hexokinase into a glucose 6-phosphate, and that's broken down through isomerase into fructose 6-phosphate, and then fructose 6-phosphate uses an enzyme called phosphofructose kinase to turn into fructose 1,6-bisphosphate. That fructose 1,6-bisphosphate is split using an aldolase into a DHAP and a G3P. The DHAP is going to be split using triphosphate isomerase into 2-pyruvate that also produce 2 ATP. So the net outcome of glycolysis is 2 ATP and 2-pyruvate. And then the carbon dioxide from the pyruvate is going to turn into 2-acetyl-CoA, which is a 2-carbon molecule, and you have to have acetyl-CoA to go into the Krebs cycle. So once acetyl-CoA goes into the Krebs cycle, that happens in the mitochondria, it's going to go one full turn to produce 2 ATP, and it's also going to produce 3 NADHs and 1 FADH, and then the hydrogens from the NADH and the FADH are going to turn into the electron transport chain. They're going to cross the inner membrane space of the mitochondria into the electron transport chain, and so the electron is going to drive up 4 hydrogens, and then it's going to move over to the next space and drive up 4 more hydrogens, and it's going to cross over again, but this time it's only going to drive up 2 hydrogens, and then it's going to go into ATP synthase, then it's going to spit out 2 hydrogen atoms. And then we have FADH that's going to go from the Krebs cycle and drive up an electron into the second inner membrane space to produce another 4 hydrogens, and then another 2 hydrogens in the third space. So in total, NADH is going to produce 6 ATP, and FADH is going to produce 2.